Soccer sucks. Soccer will always suck. Soccer's a reason to riot. Soccer's a big waste of time. I will never come around on that.
Return to soccer. How long was I out?
Second of the game, ties it up for Barcelona, shows great endeavour. Look at this pass, Jarasak skips past him. Then he's got Contini, inside, outside, inside, oh.
If you like soccer, well, welcome to America. See, our country already has entertainment, so watching people chase a ball for 4 hours to end 0-0 is not enjoyable.
As these clips suggest, the United States and Europe have very different views on soccer, which are indicative of the differing sports cultures of the two regions. This project examines the divergent sports cultures of the United States and Europe, specifically focusing on football and soccer, unquestionably the biggest sports in their respective regions. This contrast exemplifies the American anthropological perspective in that the differences in the cultures of the two regions have produced two distinct sports systems. This analysis will be divided into two parts. First, a look at the differences of the cultures of the sports themselves, followed by a comparison of the cultures of the fans. Let's begin with training. In the United States, if you play a sport, you play for your high school, then for your college, and then for a professional team. Yet in Europe, there is a complete separation of school and sport. Instead, children play for the academies of their local professional team. If they are good enough, they will advance in the ranks of the academy until they join the senior first team. Unlike in American sports, no European sport has a playoff system. Rather, there is a point system. A win is worth 3 points, a tie is worth 1 point, and a loss is worth none. At the end of the season, the team with the most points is the champion. And now to the contentious aspect of diving. Diving is when a player falls down when there is physical contact from the other team in hopes of drawing a foul. Often, this is followed by faking or exaggerating an injury. This is one of the biggest reasons Americans dislike soccer. To them, diving is not masculine, it is not tough nor sportsmanlike, and therefore, it has no place in our culture. However, Europeans accept diving as a means of giving their team a tactical advantage. This is a perfect example of a clash between an edict perspective, in this case the American one, and the emic perspective, in this case the European one. As these clips will demonstrate, diving has led Americans to classify soccer as feminine, and the sport is therefore ridiculed.
Soccer is the best. The entire sport's predicated on guys hitting the deck and crying at the smallest hit of contact.
Let's move to a real man's game, soccer.
I'm just going to take issue with that, a real man's game, soccer.
Man's game.
I mean, people take dives like divas all the time. When somebody comes within 3 feet of them, they fall down, hold their ankles for years
That's
and
some real
years and years.
men who are actors?
Yeah, it's a Julia Roberts kind of situation as far as I'm concerned.
We've been watching a lot of soccer at the office lately. Seems to be causing a rise in workplace injuries.
Setting up a goal, that's just brilliant. I just love it.
Oh! Oh, my ankle! Oh! Oh! Oh, I won't work for weeks.
John, get up. He's fine.
Oh, no! My ankle! Oh.
The professional fan culture of Europe also diverges from that of America. In the United States, the atmosphere inside a stadium ranges anywhere from boring to excitement. However, in Europe, a stadium scene is often borderline chaos. Flags are waved, flares are lit, and occasionally bags of urine are flung into the crowd. Soccer does share one commonality with college football at least. Fans sing songs at both. However, the subject matter of these songs varies greatly. In college football, fans sing their school's fight song, but in Europe, fans create and sing their own chants. These are often humorous and show how much they like one of their own players or dislike an opponent's. Now, soccer teams do have their own fight songs, if you will. It's just that they are not to the tune of a marching band. Contrarily, they are songs from 1950s and 60s crooners. Americans may find it difficult to understand how and why there are so many overt displays of racism in European soccer. But there has never been anything akin to the civil rights movement in Europe because there are so few black Europeans. What is taboo in the US simply isn't in Europe.
Reality is, throughout Europe, soccer players of color are often subjected to racist acts and language as they play what is known as the beautiful game overseas.
Carlos Kameni is from Cameroon in West Africa. He plays goal for the Spanish club team Espanyol, one of the strongest teams in perhaps the strongest league in the world. But even fans in his own stadium shower him with racist slurs and bananas.
When I see a banana on the field, I think, I'm not a monkey, I'm a human. It's hard for those far away to understand. But on one hand, I'm a respected member of the team. And on the other hand, I'm an animal.
In conclusion, the slightly different cultures of the United States and Europe are reflected by each respective region's unique sporting ways, which at times lead to topics of great misunderstanding.